Hello, everybody.
Hi.
You're gonna have to give me some more love than that.
Hey.
Hello. I know we're so excited to talk about insurance this morning, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
It's my favorite topic. Probably not yours though. Well, my name is Nicole. I am with Aflac. You guys hopefully knew that I was coming in this morning, and I'm gonna make this very short, simple, sweet for you guys. I know sometimes insurance can be a little bit like nails on a chalkboard, right? But Aflac's fun. The duck. We're gonna have some fun in here, and I'm gonna give you guys a really funny little illustration up here to kind of show you how Aflac works, because everybody in here probably knows the cute little duck, but not a lot of you probably know exactly what we do. So I'm going to show you guys how it works. Who in here has ever been hurt, sick, maybe in a car accident, broken arm, broke a leg, had to miss some time from work? Yeah? What's your name?
Julissa?
We'll use you. Julissa. What happened to you, Julissa?
In last year in July, actually, we had got into a car wreck with 7 other cars with a drunk driver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I messed up a nerve in my knee, and I was in a wheelchair for like 2 weeks.
Jeez. Wow. Okay. Do you mind if I use you as an example?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to draw Julissa up here.
Don't make me look bad.
Okay. Let me give you some hair. Let me see. You're not wearing anything too crazy. We'll give you a little dress. How about that? People get a kick out of this for some reason. Like they will die laughing. Like especially when like it's a group of men and they like have beer bellies. You know, I'll be like giving them a little belly. They love it. All right. So this is Julissa, and I usually write their name up there just because I will forget as I go on. You too, Austin. Make sure you write the name down. Okay. So Julissa, do you have bills to pay, or are you just working for fun?
No, I have bills.
You got bills to pay? Is anybody in here just working for fun, or?
I don't think anybody.
Because if you were, you don't have to listen. You can go. Okay, cool. All right, what kind of bills we got?
We have, at the time, I had just like my phone
Just
bill.
in general, right?
In general? Okay,
Phone.
yeah. It's like phone bill, light bill,
Lights.
rent.
Okay, who else? Give me some other ones, guys. Rent,
Utilities.
car, insurance.
Yep.
Anybody got kids? Usually they're like, ha ha ha. Yeah, bill, right? If it's a bunch of guys on like the bar tab.
Yeah.
Those are non-negotiables. So, Julissa, that morning you woke up, you were like, man, I know today is gonna be a bad day. I'm gonna be in this 7-car pileup. This drunk driver's gonna hit us. Like I might not be able to work for a month or two. Like I'm so glad that I put away this money to make sure I can pay my bills for the next month or two.
No, ma'am.
No,
Not
right?
at all.
So it'd be great if we could predict accidents and illnesses, right? But and anybody in here do that? No. So that accident that you were in caused you to miss work, correct? Mm-hmm. So if you guys were put in that, that could happen to anybody, right? I mean, you Texas people are crazy drivers, by the way. I've lived in 3 states and you take the cake. And so accidents can happen to anybody, right? If that same thing happened to you tomorrow, what happens to your paycheck when you don't show up here tomorrow?
It doesn't happen.
It's gone, right? So say bye-bye to your income. And then you could just say bye to your bills too, right?
No.
No. That doesn't know, okay. Phone bill's still coming in, or that phone gets turned off, right? That light bill's still coming in, or your lights get turned off. That car note's still coming in, or they repo your car, right? Rent's still coming in. These never stop. They don't care that you just lost your income, right? Nobody really cares. Hopefully you prepared. Most people don't, right? Average American, guys, has less than $1,000 in savings. It's crazy. Right? That's not going to go very far for paying for all these bills, because then what happens after that accident? When you go seek treatment, you went to the hospital, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, but I didn't have insurance at all.
Ooh. So what happened? What happened to your bills then?
Over my freaking head. I already paid for them, and they're still on my credit now. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing all this information. Just like, this is really happening to me.
It's terrible, and it's a great example.
So when you seek treatment, is it free? Does any, like, for the ones that have medical insurance in here, do they cover like 100% of everything?
No.
No. Well,
I'm Native American.
okay, cool. Well, no one else is, okay? So you have what? Your deductibles, your co-pays. If you don't have medical, like poor Julissa, you have your medical bills that you have to pay back eventually, right? You've got more traveling to and from the doctor, right? More gas money that you're just not used to paying for. You've got parking at the hospital. I mean, there's all these different costs that are gonna just start to pile up.
Wheelchair, knee brace.
Yeah, wheelchair, knee brace, all the appliances. And then you still got all these bills coming in, right? And you just lost your income. Not a great place to be. That leaves you with a gap, right? No income, bills are still coming in. Now I have more bills to pay. So how do you fill that gap? Maybe credit cards? That's just gonna tack on more interest, more debt, right? Maybe take out a loan, same thing, more interest, more debt. Maybe you could ask a family or friend. Usually they're in the same boat as you, right? Living paycheck to paycheck. It's hard for them to even pay their bills, never mind try to help you pay your bills, and they probably want to have you pay that money back eventually. Maybe you can ask your employer, you're like, hey, can you help me out, right? 10 to 1, he's probably not going to, that's why I'm here, right? So if he helps you, he's gonna have to help everybody. So how can we fill this gap? Take a wild guess.
Insurance.
Aflac, thank you, come on, you guys should have gotten that one. Usually they say Aflac. So you wanna fill this gap with Aflac. So how Aflac works and how it's very different than your typical insurance is that we put money directly into your pocket. So we are paying you, the money is directly deposited into your bank account, and you can use that money to pay your phone bill, your lights, your utilities, your car insurance, keep food on the table for your kids, pay your deductibles, pay your co-pays. You do whatever you want with this money. So we're not paying the doctors, we're not paying the hospitals, it's not car insurance, right? It doesn't have to be a car accident. It could be anything, right? You could get diagnosed with cancer, you could have a heart attack, you could slip and fall, right? There's a lot of different accidents and illnesses that can happen. We are here to make sure that you are protected. We insure pretty much everything in our lives, right? We have insurance on our houses, on our cars, on our cell phones. Now we have pet insurance, which I swore I never would get, and now I have it. Right? There's insurance for everything. But what's the one thing that fuels your paycheck? I said that wrong. What is the one thing that fuels all of those things? How do you pay for all of that stuff?
Your income.
Your paycheck, right? I just like dropped the line. So why wouldn't we protect the one thing that fuels the rest of our life, which is our paycheck? You guys realize how important your paycheck is? Pretty important, right? So I'm here to show you guys how you can protect that. Okay, does that make sense? So before I get into the plans, a few things about our plans is number one, all of our plans are guaranteed renewable. So what that means, you can actually thank Alejandro here for letting me come in here today and talk to you guys, because I do sell Aflac outside of here, so I can sell direct policies, but it's more expensive. So him allowing me to come in here and present this to you guys today, you're receiving a 40% discount on the plan, so we can say thank you so much, Alejandro. And that rate stays the same every single year that you have the plans. Does anybody have insurance in here that never changes, like the rate just stays the same all the time? Would you stop? No, right? Even when you use it or when you don't use it, the rate is still going up, right? We do not change your rate. I don't care how many times that you use it or you don't use it. The 40% discount stays with you guys forever. Even if you were to leave ABC Plumbing, all of our plans are portable. So once you get locked in with that 40% discount, you can actually take those plans with you. If you leave the job, go out of the state, go somewhere else, you can still have that discounted rate for however long you want to keep the policies. And another thing about all the policies is they are pre-taxed. And so you guys are paid weekly, right? Every single week, this will be coming straight out of your paycheck before taxes. Thank you, Jesus. We don't have to pay Uncle Sam as much money. So it'll come right out before your tax. So you usually won't even feel it coming out. Good? Awesome. So I'm going to get into 3 plans with you guys today. They're all separate plans, so you could take out 1 plan, you could take out 2 plans, or you could take out all 3, right? Depends on what you guys want to do. Do you want me to keep going into the plans? Want me to hear how I present it? Yeah? Okay. So our first plan here is going to be your accident plan. So the accident plan is going to cover you guys on or off the job for any kind of accidents, right? Major, minor, you actually don't have to miss time from work. So Julissa, just from you going into the hospital and seeking treatment, did you go to the hospital or did you go to a walk-in?
No, I actually waited until the next morning and I went to the urgent care.
Urgent care?
My body.
Okay. So just for going into the urgent care, you're gonna receive $120. even if your copay is only 30, 40 bucks, you're still getting $120 to cover that visit. If you don't have medical, we're still paying you $120, right? We don't correlate with medical insurance, whether you have it or you don't, okay? So we still pay you that $120. The first night in the hospital, if you are admitted, we're paying $1,250. Your first night in the hospital, $250 every single night that you're in there. For ICU, we pay $2,650, $650 every night you're in the ICU. We pay for wheelchairs, crutches, leg braces. If you break an arm, break a leg, crack a hip, lacerations, burns, we pay from $35 up to $12,500, depending on the severity of the accident. It's kind of like a price tag on your body. MRI, CT scans, it even has a little bit of accidental life insurance in there. So if you pass away, your beneficiary would receive $50,000. If it's common carrier, plane, train, bus, anything that you pay for, your beneficiary gets $100,000. And then if you are crazy like me and like to bungee jump, skydive, or rock climb, be careful because your beneficiary only gets 10 grand. And this is usually where I tell my story about my skydiving accident. I'm not going to go into it because you guys already know it, but I tell them how I skydived, broke my ankle, and how much I got paid. And they're like, cool. But not everything is an accident, right? Can you get sick? We can get sick right now, right, with what's going on, more than normal. But kidney stones, right? The flu, having an infection, right? All of those things are going to be considered sickness, and your accident plan, and I usually have the plans here, I'm like, your accident plan does not cover that, right? Accidents cover accidents. This plan here, which is your hospital plan, covers sicknesses. So I like to kind of pair these two plans together, because if you get sick or you get hurt, I know that either one of these plans are going to be paying out. Because what happens is this accident plan here, people are like, oh yeah, I can get hurt, right? Everybody can see them getting in an accident. They just take out this one plan, and then they call me and they're like, hey Nicole, I was having heart palpitations. I don't know what was going on. Went to the hospital. They admitted me. I was over 2 nights. How much is Aflac going to pay me? I look up his plans and he has an accident plan. Is it going to pay him? No. What plan should he have had? The hospital plan, right? So that's why I like to put these two together if you can, right? And you can actually like double dip off of these two plans, because this hospital plan does cover accidents too, right? So if it's accident related, you can actually put these two together. But the hospital pays for admission, for ER visits, physician visits, surgical benefits, ER visits, ICU benefits, the whole 9, okay? So that's those two. The last one is gonna be your income replacement directly. So the hospital and the accident, you don't have to miss time from work to use. The short-term disability is gonna be the one that's gonna actually replace your income. That one's gonna be age banded, and also depending on your income. So when I'm done here, I'll meet with you one-on-one to kind of see where you fall in on that one. But that one's gonna protect your income directly. So if you have to miss 7 days, 8 days, 10 days from work, that's gonna be paying you per day that you're missing. We pay out immediately on accidents. So if you only miss 3 or 4 days from an accident, you're getting paid out for those 3 or 4 days. If it's sickness related, we're paying you after the 7th day. So you have to be out of work for at least 7 days to start getting paid on that 8th day. If you guys could just be out for a couple days and collect from Aflac from, having a little flu, Alejandro would not like me very much. And so it has to be something a little bit more serious on the sickness side for us to start paying out after the 7 days that you've been out. And we cover you for up to 6 months, okay? So accident, hospital, disability, I would suggest looking at all 3 if you can swing it, right? If not, we can kind of break it down per plan, because again, they're all individual. So that's really all I have for you guys. I'm gonna be in the back room. Come see me, we'll sign you up, blah, blah, blah. Ta-da!